Kyiv under attack. A massive drone strike hits multiple districts, injuring civilians and causing fires. In Los Angeles, chaos erupted as Trump sent in the National Guard, defying California's governor. Russia moves troops and weapons toward Sumy in its biggest transfer in months. Ukraine begins a prisoner swap. Mariupol defenders return home after 3 years. And Intel warns Russia now produces over 5,000 drones a month, including deadly Shaheds and decoys. This is Ukraine Today. I'm Zurislava Kolesnikova, here to tell you the truth. Stay tuned, it's about to get intense. In the early hours of June 10th, Russia launched one of its most intense drones attack on Ukraine's capital in recent months. A series of powerful explosions rocked at least 7 districts of Kyiv, causing fires, destroying of infrastructure and injuring civilians. Air raid sirens shouted at midnight. Soon after, drones rained down across the city with fragments and blast waves damaging homes, business, religions and educational buildings, garages, warehouses and vehicles. The Russian overnight drone strike on Kyiv caused widespread destruction across the city. Residential buildings were set ablaze with one fire, a gun filled multiple floors and damaging at least 18 apartments. Dozens of civilian structures, including schools, business centers, warehouses and religious sites, were either destroyed or seriously damaged. Vehicles were burned, water infrastructure was hit, and drone debris scattered on streets and housing areas. Four people were injured in the strikes, 2 remain hospitalized. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko confirmed the extent of destruction and emergency response efforts. Aftermath of the attack also triggered toxic air levels across the capital. According to Safe Eco Board, the air quality sharply with lingering smoke and pollution from burning buildings. Emergency teams continue to operate across affected districts. Aviation support was called in to extinguish multiple bases. Kyiv stands defiant, but the night horror will not be forgotten.
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine Today. Join us now.
For the third day in a row, the streets of Los Angeles are on fire, literally and politically. Protesters furious over mass immigration raids are clashing with law enforcement, as ICE agents flood Latino-majority neighborhoods in concentrated operation. Over 100 people have been arrested, vehicles have been set ablaze, a shopping mall was looted, and journalists have been injured, including a British photographer and an Australian reporter struck by rubber bullets. But what has truly escalated tension in the response from President Donald Trump? Against the explicit objection of California Governor Gavin Newsom, Trump ordered 2,000 National Guard troops into the city, invoking federal powers, unusual resort for interactions and invasions.
Back up, father. Medic!
Governor Newsom fired back in a televised interview, calling the move illegal, immoral and unconstitutional. He revealed that the National Guard deployed was never considered with state authorities.
There is a process, a protocol. Trump ignored it, and worst of all, he lied. He posted online that the city is safe now, when the troops hadn't even arrived.
The mayor of Los Angeles, Karen Bass, also condemned Trump actions, stating that
What we see in our streets is chaos. Yes, but it's chaos provoked by the administration itself.
Meanwhile, the protests continue, especially around the federal building in downtown LA, believed to be housing detained migrants. Protesters have defaced the building with graffiti and clashed with officers. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said,
Waiting for hours for the LAPD to show up or hearing them say they won't support us unless one of their officers is in danger. That's just unreal when violence is happening.
Inside the city, over 82% of the population are Latino or foreign-born, and residents say that feel targeted by politically motivated raids. Trump critics point out that ICE is detailing not only undocumented individuals but also legal residents, even green card holders, prompting lawsuits and federal investigations. Protests have spread to San Francisco, Paramount and Westlake, with dozens more arrests and injuries. While local police continue to emphasize the mostly peaceful nature of the protests, the situation remains fragile.
You know, let's hope that no one is hurt and no one is injured and it doesn't escalate from here. Look at the flag. Yeah, Guy, I see
there it is.
You
Mexican
it out.
flag can,
this is criminal activity that I hope is people are held accountable for. And I'm talking about the riots right here.
Where are the cops?
Yeah, where are they?
Russia is making its largest military transfer in half a year, moving a huge convoy of weapons and troops from Crimea and Kherson to the Sumy region, and it's raising serious question. According to Petro Andrushenko, head of the Center of the Study of Occupation, over 10 self-propelled artillery units, air defense system and more than 40 trucks with ammo and personnel were spotted passing through occupied Mariupol.
This is the largest redeployment in the last 6 months, and the first of its kind since the full-scale war began.
Russian forces are using the Mariupol-Novozovsk-Taganrog road, then loading equipment onto trains headed for the Kursk region, effectively positioning them close to northern Ukraine. What's even more alarming, some of the artillery units appeared brand new, coming straight out of Crimea. Tactical markings show a triangle inside a triangle, a new sign of unusual mobilization. Ukraine has completed the first phase of a large-scale prisoner swap as part of Istanbul Accords, bringing home Ukrainian soldiers, including Mariupol defenders who had spent over 3 years in enemy captivity. This exchange focused on specific groups, service members under 25 years old, as well as severely wounded and seriously ill POWs. The process will continue in the coming days as part of a broader agreement. Work also continues to bring home the bodies of Ukrainian soldiers who died defending the country. Their return defense will be fully supported by the state, including restored documents, full back pay for their time in captivity, one-time financial aid and access to medical rehabilitation.
Слава Україні! Героям слава! Скільки не бачились? 16 місяців. Вже вдома! Вже вдома! Вже в Україні! Обміняли! Тільки що обміняли!
Да, все, я дома, мама, я в Украине. Мама, все, хорошо, давай. Скоро я тебе перезвоню, мама.
Ukraine continues to pursue the all-for-all principle, ensuring the one of the left behind. Russia has ramped up its drone war like never before. According to Ukraine's defense intelligence, the Kremlin is now producing over 5,000 long-range drones every month, a firefold increase compared to summer 2024. Around 2,700 of them are real Shahed 136 Iran 2 attack drones, while the remaining 2,500 are decoys such as the chip. low-quality Gebra-type UAVs. These decoys often carry no warhead or just a small explosive, but they are launched alongside combat drones to confuse Ukrainian defenses.
A new Russian drone with artificial intelligence. Ukrainian intelligence has revealed the specifications of the V2U strike drones. Specifically, the main intelligence directorate of Ukraine has identified the features of a new strike drone that is being actively used in the Sumy direction. Its main feature is the autonomous selection of targets using artificial intelligence. As established by intelligence, the drone is capable of matching images from its camera with preloaded photos of the area. This allows it to operate without GPS, which is jammed by Ukrainian electronic warfare systems. Navigation is carried out using so-called computer vision. Calculations are performed by a powerful system based on Chinese Letopa 203 mini PCs with an American NVIDIA Jetson Orin processor. This enables the drone to operate independently without constant communication with the operator. Despite the Russian labeling, most of the components are of Chinese origin. The drone uses a motor, GPS module, servos, SSD drive, rangefinder, batteries, and speed controllers from China, a photosensitive sensor from Sony in Japan, a relay from the Irish company Kyiv, and an artificial intelligence module from the USA Jetson Orin. And that's all. Communication is carried out in FPV format via LTE. A microdrive tandem modem router is installed, operating with a SIM card from a Ukrainian mobile operator. The GUR has also identified 2 Russian and 2 Chinese companies that supply components for drones of this type.
This marks a dangerous shift in strategy. Mass production of deadly drone mixed with decoys to over them air defenses. The drone war is escalating and Ukraine is preparing to meet that challenge. That's all for today on Ukraine Today. Thank you for watching and staying informed. If you value independent journalism and want to help us keep telling the truth even during war, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Your support means everything. See you in the next episode. Stay strong and stay updated.